Hey there YouTube, so as you can see I'm in this neat little car with a pretty wide wheelbase, and I seem to have got my wheel stuck. Well, not too much to worry, I have adjustable ride heights, so that'll just bring me in closer. I was really hoping it was actually going to push me out. Maybe, oh, that just made it even worse. Yeah, oh, I can maybe slide up right there. There we go, okay. Anyways, but I have adjustable ride height, so I don't care. Drive over anything. Let me find something to drive over here. This is when I need a guardrail. Yeah, nothing. But it's just a really neat little thing I strapped together real quick for this video. Just showing you a little demonstration of what you can build. And what I'm going to teach you to build right here. See, I can go real low to the ground and quite high up. And I can go like this, which is pretty unstable to drive like. And then I can even put the wheels inverted for quite a lot of stability actually, because I'm pretty low to the ground. But then I can go outwards, make sure I can brake. But it's just a very neat little vehicle, and I'll teach you how to build it right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and build. I'll just open my last project, and let's just go ahead and get rid of some of the key components. Right there. And there. And right there. Alright, so let's do a little cleanup here. Alright, so now that we just got a bare little frame, the fuel tank, rocket engine, let me go ahead and disconnect. I want to say it's not that. And it's not that. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the shift box. That was the only logic box I used. Now I just have rocket, fuel tank, seat, and bare frame. The parts that really make this work are the rotators, and that's pretty much it. The rotators and the wheel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these rotators anywhere I want. Let's put one right there, one right there, another one at the end of here, and right there. So now I'm gonna want to spawn a pipe. And this pipe basically determines how far away I'm gonna be off the ground or whatnot. And I just attach that to this this side axle right here, these two blocks. That's what's gonna be rotating. So you wanna make sure you connect it to there and not the end points. So right there on that face, the outside face again, outside face, and outside face. It doesn't matter which face you can connect it to, it's either this one or this one, they'll both rotate. And they both rotate the same way, not counteract, or they don't counter each other. So now we're going to need to spawn another rotator and grab the end point of this one and attach it to the ends of these. Remember, when building, shift is probably one of your most helpful tools. Because HV13, you would have to spawn multiple items and click each and every one. That's when you just hold shift and walk around your vehicle. So now we got the basic components. Need one logic box, which is called the shift box right here. So let's go ahead and grab that shift box and slap it anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. I'll put mine right on top of the rocket. I am actually going to disconnect my seat because that has some commands on it, so I'm just going to start fresh. We'll use a biker seat this time. Biker seat will be cooler. If you click and hold on an item, you'll get that yellow circle, and then you can drag it around and flip it. Let's put that right there. Alright, totally legit. With that, we don't even need this fuel tank anymore. Okay, because this actually counts as a 1,000-liter fuel tank. 1,000 liters in there. So I think we're all good. We can head right into the tuner and move a bunch of crap. So the biker seat, the biker fuel tank, the shift box. Let's put these rotators over here. I like keeping them in groups of 2 because the way you draw them out, they stay together. See, I got that one selected. Now the next one I drag out is going to be the one that it's attached to. So nice little groups of 2. Just helps you keep organized and know what's going on. Let's go ahead and hook the fuel up to there. The throttle up to the throttle on our seat. Let's go ahead and make our throttle W while we're at it. we'll make a brake. This brake will be S. Let's also make some steering. Our steering will be a button axis, D for the top one, A for the bottom one. Okay, so now we want to be able to control our ride height. So I'm going to name this one ride height. Probably spelled that wrong. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Ride height, let's keep it on button axis, and you can use whatever you want right here. I'm just going to use Control and Shift. So Control and Shift on a axis, and we just put that right here on the shift box axis input. There we go. And we're going to want this to go to every single rotator. Remember, when you're holding shift, you can attach multiple lines at a time. Okay, so now what you want to do is find your base plate, or your base angle, I guess, that you want to be multiplying with. So just grab any rotator, make sure it's an inside one, like one of these four. And you're just going to come up close to it, go to the angle offset, and type in 50. If it goes up, that means that your ride height's going to get lower, but I wanted to increase my ride height. Let me do negative 50, and as you can see, it went down, making the wheel further down and my frame higher up. I'm going to change that to 0, and I like to just use about 30, so negative 30 as my multiplier. So if this one's going to be negative, you want that wheel to stay completely perpendicular with the ground, so the next one, its pair, is going to be positive 30. So I think that one was negative 30. Yep. So now you just go down through the line, that's an outside one. So we're going to do positive 30, and the inside one we're going to do negative 30. Ooh. Positive 30, negative 30, right here. Two last ones, 30, and negative 30. There we go, so we got those all set up. We can even test it if we take our seat, take Control, and use Shift or Control, and as you can see, we can lower it and raise it. Now we don't want to raise it that high, that's kind of like yucky. So what we're going to do, go to our shift box, let's have our minimum be 0.25, oh wait, negative 0.25, so that we can still come up a little ways but not a lot, and our maximum to be 6. I do 6 because this is what it allows me to do. I'm also going to change the speed a little bit because I don't like the default one. Having that as 6 makes it be able to invert the wheels, which is kind of funny to watch. So there we go, we got that, and now we just need to attach wheels to it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the simple wheel hub. If you are using parts, make sure you're using simple. The other ones are a little bit buggy and don't work that well. So go ahead and attach a wheel to each one of these. I'm doing the insides of them, but you can very well do the outsides if you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the wheels by double clicking. It'll also spawn them all in. Let's go ahead and make our suspension force about 1250 and our dampening about 750. Our forward friction of about 3, sideways friction 5, and we'll just keep it at these wheels, but let's have a wheel width of 1.25 so that they're fat. The wheel scale's a little bit small. There we go. Okay, so we got some big wheels, and now we just need to adjust this wheel and this wheel. The steering coefficient to be, let's do 60. That's kind of a lot. We'll do that as 60. We'll make their brake force about 50,000. And we'll go to these back wheels right here. Oop. Remember, if you hold shift, you can select multiple objects at once, and if you double click, you select all of them. So these brake force we want to be a little bit lower, so 30,000. Suspension force, sideways friction of 5. Reminds me to change this. The front one should have a lot lower sideways friction to prevent spinning over. Like when you make a turn, you don't flip over. Even though this really wide base, I don't think that's going to happen too much. There we go, so now we just need to adjust for left wheel, even though we don't have an engine hooked up. It's just a nice little thing to do, have all the arrows pointing the same way. I keep doing that. Okay, oh well, I'll just do it individually instead of trying to do shortcuts. It is left wheel. There we go, so we got everything set up. It's looking all nice. Let's see here. Something's not right there. Yeah, something's up. Yeah, because that's not supposed to happen. I think that they're actually spinning the opposite way. Let me see here. Oh, I don't have the select tool. It's negative and that's positive. So I don't get what's up. It should be working just fine. That's just funny looking. I mean, of course it would still work, but it's not working the best. I think it should be going the opposite. Let me go ahead and click on all these. This one. Let's have it negative 30 and see if that looks better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That looks a lot better. Yeah. Okay. That was a little bit of a difficulty, or a technical difficulty. Oh. I tried pressing shift to select multiple and it didn't work. Negative 30. And negative 30. There we go. So as you can see, our wheels stay pretty perpendicular. Almost like exactly, I think. They come into each other, they go way out. And that looks pretty good. One thing I want to do though is I want to, well, I can't do it now because I attached that. That's okay. So now we're all done. I'm pretty sure we're all hooked up. Let me go ahead and take a look. Oh wait, our wheels aren't hooked up. Let's go ahead and change that real quick. So for our wheels, we want brakes. Right there, 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 and there. And we want to be able to steer our vehicle. Only on the front two. I don't think that's with the front two. Yeah, they are. Okay. Just by luck. Okay. So I think that's all we needed. Yep. Now we can exit the builder, save it, even though I overrided my other one. That's okay. And we exit the builder. Now we're in some weird place, and we just throw our vehicle, and there it is. If you find when you spawn your vehicle it just bounces around a lot, you have to change your suspension force and dampening. Your dampening might be too high. And your suspension force might be too low. So as you can see, we're driving nice and steady. And, well, we're getting a little bit flippy. Okay, oh, there's a guardrail. Somehow I gotta turn around, though. Let's go ahead. If you find yourself springing up like that, you might just have to change the shift box speed. So as you can see, I can drive right over this guardrail, no problem. Let's put ourselves a little bit more level. Yeah, no problem. I mean, there's a little bit of a problem, but that's just because it's a little bit jerky. And there we go. Let's flatten ourselves out. Now we're really low to the ground. We're very steady. Like half this lane, an entire lane, 2 lanes. We turn at 60 degrees, which is a little bit odd. Alright. This is probably the most stable. Something like this. Whoa, that turning though. There we go. For some reason when the wheels are really close like this, it's pretty stable. It's even more stable than if the wheels are straight out. I don't think I can flip myself here. Oh, did I do it? No, I didn't. That's okay. There we go. Inverted controls. Alright. But it's just a neat little vehicle. If you have any questions or comments, you should definitely check out the Homebrew Discord server. I'll send a link to that in the description. Get help from anybody in there. They're all pretty genius. And it's just a nice little community to talk to if you're playing Homebrew. Okay, so if you want to see more of these little vehicles and tutorials and videos, please like this video and subscribe to see more.